I failed the 75 hard challenge on day 53.
Oh no!
It was my fourth attempt. I'm disappointed, of course, but that's okay because I restart the 75 hard next week. I need to rest. I need to learn my lessons to be fully ready again because this time I will make it to day 75. In the meantime, I'd like to share with you what happened, why I failed, what happened the few days afterwards, because that was a surprise to me, and the lessons from this fourth attempt that would help me to succeed next time. Hey YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Severine, and on this channel I document my journey back to health from obese to optimal health. Why did I fail on this fourth attempt when everything was going so smoothly? Despite a tough 7 week, I had my routine, my habits, and I was confident I could do the last 25 days. Here is what happened this week. We had 1 week holiday for half term and had decided to spend 5 days traveling in Italy to teach my son about the Roman Empire. The itinerary was the following: flying out to Rome, then drive to Naples, hike the Mount Vesuvio, visit Pompeii, then drive back to Rome and stay there for 3 days. Although everything was planned, we made some wrong decisions, like arriving in the middle of the night around 1 a.m., not paying attention to the fact that some hotels have no breakfast, not planning where to eat breakfast, the most important meal of the day. I also didn't take into consideration the heat, the difficulty of tracking water as we drank out of a small 500 milliliter bottle, the difficulty of finding toilets, although mostly clean, they're not great, possibility that the air conditioning didn't work in some hotels, so you can't rest properly. In all fairness, I managed 2 days, but failed on the third one when we arrived to Rome. It was too much fighting the elements all the time. I felt exhausted. Other reason why I decided to stop the 75 hard, which is probably the most important reason, is when I realized I had become constipated, very uncomfortable. The exact cause isn't clear, most likely a mix of the heat, lack of sleep, flight, stress linked to the situation. Had I been alone, I could have managed to adapt the situation to my needs and stick to the 75 hard. But with 2 other people, that wasn't worth the fight. What happened next really surprised me, and that's why I want to mention it. I didn't binge because I didn't feel the need to binge. I just had what was on the menu. I enjoyed gluten with pastry for breakfast, pizza and pasta, but I didn't have any side effects other than bloating. I realized I didn't miss the high carb foods. They were tasty, but I didn't miss them. I had to skip meals sometimes because I didn't feel like eating. Being high carb didn't mess up with my mood, so it was a non-event. In terms of weight, I'm just over 2 kilograms heavier than when I left. This doesn't mean anything as I'm always heavier when I fly, and I'm feeling a bit bloating from constipation, so not worried at all. In 2-3 days, I'll know a lot more about how much weight I've really put on. Here are a few lessons that I learned from this fourth failed attempt. With the 75 hard, it's not how much weight you lose, it's about who you become. The 75 hard program claims to improve confidence, self-esteem, perseverance, self-worth, self-belief, fortitude, grittiness. It is so true. Every single point. I love who I'm becoming. It is by far the greatest strength of following the 75 hard. And that's the reason why I'm so determined to do the 75 days. Even when I failed, I keep doing some of it because I really miss it. The key to succeeding the 75 hard, in my opinion, is about building the routine and habits that work for you. It makes any decision quick and easy. You don't waste any mental energy on this. You can even plan to have everything ready to go, and that's probably where I failed here the most. I was somehow ready, but I didn't anticipate enough on what could go wrong. Water is what I miss the most, surprisingly, as I don't like water. I felt the lack of water dearly. I had some alcohol because I wanted to try the cocktails Bellini and Campari Spritz. I also had sodas, but surprisingly, I didn't enjoy any of them. I missed my still and my sparkling water, and it would be so easy to get back into my routine. I missed the feeling that the carnivore diet leaves you in, this zen that can't be explained until you are actually adapted to carnivore. I was surprised to see the bloating reappear as soon as I went non-carnivore. In that case, it was just an ice cream. I was surprised not to enjoy the delicious pizza and pasta that I decided to eat. Clearly, amazing food quality, so fresh and tasty, but I didn't enjoy them. I was also surprised not to get any mental reaction to gluten like I usually have. The lack of sleep hit me the hardest. I knew how sensitive I had become to sleep. I just didn't realize I can't do without good quality sleep anymore. Sleep is what I really need to focus on from now on. Sleep a bit more in terms of quantity, a lot more in terms of quality. With all the walks, I can't say I failed the exercise part. I just missed the weight training and pushing myself like I did during my runs. Although I don't enjoy exercising, I enjoy the feeling left by exercising hard. I did selfie on the trip, so I didn't fail this part either. When brainstorming the next 75 hard attempt, I realized I'm actually ready for proper progress pictures and sharing how I really look like. It helps me that I have already lost 10 kilograms. I'm also a lot more detailed about my appearance. It's more about the process than the results. I know it will take longer than anticipated, but I also know that I will look better than anticipated. Although I brought a book to read, I read at first, but gave up as well on day 3 because I was so exhausted. And when you read a page 3 or 4 times, falling asleep on it and not remembering what you read, you know you're not doing a great job. I can't emphasize enough how proud I am to have been able to reach day 53. It's my longest streak by far. Very early on, I've realized that 75 hard a lot more than just a tick exercise. I can feel I'm becoming the person I've always wanted to become. The power of saying that you are going to do something and you actually do it. Honestly, so worth it. You should try it. Even if it means modifying the 75 hard criteria, just sticking to it. Amazing. That's it for today, my YouTube friends. If you like this video or if you want to encourage me in this journey, please like the video or leave a comment. It means a lot more than you can imagine. Another week of learning about myself and how to get healthier. As I said, I will start again the 75 hard in a few days, and you're very welcome to join me. This time, I like to journal my journey on a daily basis, most likely with YouTube Shorts, so you may want to subscribe if you want to see my highs and lows on a daily basis. I hope you're doing well, and see you next week. Bye now.